Howdy folks, Rob MaximumRD coming into view in just one moment I hope. So basically I have the iPad 3 balanced on a Kleenex box. So hopefully this will be good. Alright, hopefully I'm focused. This is an unexpected video I'm making now, for the most part. I went downstairs to check the mail. There was this envelope in there. Okay, so I decided to do this video because, although I was expecting this package, I don't really know what's in it. It's from a long-time friend of mine, Tony Reddick, from Toronto. And I mean like from high school onward. Basically, he told me he was sending me my stuff. And I wasn't quite sure what that meant. So I asked him and I said, do you mean like pictures or something? And he said, yeah. So what I'm assuming by that is he meant pictures as an artwork I did back in the day. So the reason I wanted to make a video, for one thing, it was a quick off the top of my head, video to do that I thought would be fun. I don't draw anymore. I haven't drawn in years. Yeah, a couple little, just little doodles here and there, mostly out of boredom, waiting in line and things like that. Anyway, I grew up with Tony. I lived my whole life in Toronto up to about 15 years ago when we moved here to British Columbia, Kelowna. Previously, my entire life I had lived, very rarely traveled anywhere, except possibly sometimes I would go up north to visit the grandparents. And that was it until I met my wife. Basically many things changed in my life for the better. And some things are left behind, some things are sacrifices. One thing is, I haven't been back to Toronto since that time, since coming out here. With good longtime friends like Tony, Harry, and so on and so forth, I keep communications, messages, things like that. I thought this would be interesting because also quite a few years back now, actually, early on when we first moved out here, someone else had sent me a bunch of my stuff, basically things, artwork and drawings that they had collected that I had done when I was a teenager, some even before, and I received those and I was like, wow, it's so weird looking back on them now, the things I used to do. But anyways, okay, enough gab. So thank you, Tony, for sending me this. Obviously, it wasn't requested or required or asked for or anything like that. He just kind of offered it out of the blue. I said, okay, cool. And here it is. So from Tony in Toronto, my longtime friend, he sent me this. Now, the other reason I thought it would be a good video is because I don't know what my reaction will be in that. Sometimes I laugh at some of the things I did, and sometimes, I regret not keeping up my artwork, my creative side more. My creative side goes more into, I guess, social media nowadays, for the most part. Videos, used to be YouTube videos for several years until I stopped really doing many YouTube videos. And the other reason I thought, because it might be funny, because I was a teenager. I was most likely, from my teens, high school, Castle Frank, stuff like that. But also Castle Frank High School, for those of you who know. But, I wasn't great or anything like that. I just like to draw. I made my own comics, which included my friends and things like that. But I also wasn't too sure. I thought sometimes, being very young, and I would draw sometimes, naughty things. So I'm not sure if there was any of that in here. From what I'm seeing, I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything naughty, so. So if you're seeing this video, it means two things. There wasn't anything extremely naughty in here, and there was nothing that nobody walked in as I was filming. I'm in the activity room of our condo now. So I'm 50 now. So these are things I did back in high school, in my teens, you know. So I just find it amusing to look at today. Again, I was no great artist or anything like that, but I had a lot of fun being kind of a nerd in school, the old outcast. I spent a lot of my time doodling and drawing and escaping and things like that. So anyway, so here we go. Let's see. And I always found it amusing. My friends seemed to they kept more than I did over the years. Not that I didn't mean to keep certain things, but you lose so many things over the years. Things aren't saved in formats that were real good for preserving at the time. Of course, this is the ultimate format, is the actual product. And my friends would collect these things. I just did them and thought, okay, whatever, cool. But yeah, my friends collected them. And I thought it was kind of neat. So here is something, the Hulk, Pure Power. And, 1982. So I would have done, I signed it, debut, 82. Again, don't expect much. I think it's more amusing than anything, but it's there's my version of the Hulk back in 82. I guess he's breaking some chains there and hulking out. Hopefully that's coming into view well. I believe I've centered it. I hope it's focusing well enough. So try to get closer. So this was, I guess, my style for however you take it back in those days. Wow. Okay, it's amusing. Next we have, okay, I think I did have scans of this for a long time, or I had another copy. Oh, so silly. Okay, so I have to give you a little background on this. There was a kid in, did I put the year? Darn, I don't know. Well, anyways, it was early on in high school. It was a kid. I didn't like him. Most of my friends didn't really like him. He was kind of a bully. And he saw that I would draw, and he loved it. He thought I was this artist and everything. And basically, how can I put it? Long story short, he had an idea for a comic. And he wanted me to draw it. So, I don't know, to appease him, I threw together this comic. I did the best I could. I knew nothing about drawing this type of thing. But anyway, his name was Vaughn. Those that know me know who that would have been. Vaughn, they know the last name. I'm not going to say the last name. This is like over 30 years ago, whatever. So I'm not, it's done. But, and there's no side effects from his bullying at all. So, but anyways, yeah. So I drew this comic to appease him because he was big, he was huge into BMX biking, racing, all things BMX and all that stuff. As you can tell the way I'm talking, I knew nothing about it. You might as well have been talking about football or whatever. But, okay, see, I didn't even know. Especially dedicated to dirt racers and or fans. I was basically following his instructions on what he wanted and his idea. And I'll say, so here he is. Now, I gave a copy to my friend Tony because, I probably gave a copy to all my friends. I probably had copies made. I'm assuming Vaughn got a copy. And as many copies as he wanted. And but this was written in pen. You can see this is a photocopy. Vaughn probably got the original, but this is a photocopy. It says to Tony from Robert Daviau, and apparently, yeah, first great issue, original copy in 3D. I had to write that there because, of course, the black and white photocopies would not be 3D, and I would try to mimic that type of 3D, the cyan and red and blue glasses, basically, that created some form of depth in in your things. Okay, if I seem to be stalling to show this, it's only because I feel, oh God, this is so bad. Approved by the Comics Code Authority, right? Especially dedicated to dirt bike racers and fans. See the final race between the Vipers and the Black Phantoms. And oh God. So here's the cover of that. Hopefully you're getting it fairly well. I hope I'm making a good video here. Maybe I'll try to maybe take pictures of all of these and do a little slideshow at the end if I feel it's worth it. I don't know. We'll see. So basically, yeah, see, opening up with the big page, the big splash page there, which is not much. It's just some people meeting. One day in the middle of the Arizona desert. Advertisement by Robert Daviau. Oh, original colored by Vaughn. Yeah, I guess he colored it. Oh my God. So, yeah, meeting in the middle of the Arizona desert on the highway there. And I'm just going to give you a long story short. I'm not going to read through all these, obviously. There's tensions between two teams, and basically, they decide to race each other, and what happens here? Oh, here's a comic. No, the Uncanny X-Men movie in 3D coming soon. See all your favorite X-Men spectacular 3D, soon to become the greatest movie of all time. That's funny. I don't know, I guess I had an idea for a 3D X-Men movie long before there were any X-Men movies. Kind of cool. Oh, live action too, huh? Sure, whatever. A real advertisement, I actually wrote that on there, a real advertisement. So there's no doubt. Till next time, next to Star Wars. Oh, next to Star Wars. Yeah, like an ad would say that. We're going to be the greatest movie of all time, next to Star Wars. Right? Oh my God. So what happens here? So they have a race. Oh, and I should say, of course, there's this masked racer. And they go off a cliff, and then the other person goes to check on them if they're okay. And the person who should be injured and said that they're okay gets up, punches the person who's checking on them. I know this is a cliche that's been done a million times. And then that masked rider gets up, steals his bike, and finishes the race. He gets the trophy. And of course, at the end, he meets her at the finish line. So I guess I just gave it away. The masked rider gets the trophy. And he's like, but where's you competition? Oh, but where's your competition, I meant to write. He wiped out, but he'll be along later, said this evil masked rider who stole the bike and won the race. But he's never seen my face, so he'll be surprised. And it was a girl. I don't know. I was young. I was writing these cliche comics. Next issue. There was like 3 pages in this. Next issue, see what happens between the two gangs and an unbelievable surprise ending in Atomic Comics. 5 pages, including my fake advertisement. And I was probably doing the bare minimum I had to do to just appease Vaughn, so he would be happy. So there's mine. Anyways, so here's one more comic. Now this one I would have done on my own accord, for my own pleasure and enjoyment. It would have been done cover by a friend back in the day, Gord. So he would have done the cover. We called it Marvuel Comics, not Marvel, because it was a combination of my last name, Daviau, and Marvel. Came up with Marvuel. Volume 1, number 1, 76 cents. Who does that? So Fitz, Bits, and Pits, also known as the X Trio. Now, what's Fitz and Bits? Fitz and Bits were like these loser superheroes. I can't remember. Was it Don Adams? I think from Mad Magazine. He used to draw the characters from Mad Magazine with the characters with the big noses. They were skinny. Mad Magazine artist, came out with his own, a lot of his own books and things like that. Fantastic artist at the time. But he made some superhero or some character named Fitz or something like that. Anyway, I can't remember, but I think I took the idea of the headgear and the design and the big nose, and I added a buddy and a sidekick, and of course it all represented us. I think I was Fitz. I was like the Batman type character. Bits. Bits. I'm not sure who that might have been, but that might have been me actually, because skinny character. And then Pitts was my friend Gord because he was pudgy back then. And so basically you have the two main heroes, and then Fitz and Bits. And Pitts is the guy who tagged along and got into trouble and stuff like that. But anyways, so with the appearance of Dr. Nataz, now for you clever people, yes, Nataz spelled backwards is Satan. So there you go. So yeah, here's the cover. Hopefully you're getting that again. Oh my God. Now this is a rather long book, as you can see. We were enjoying working on this. And did I put the year? January 1st. This would have been before high school. This would have been like grade school, I'm sure of it. No, it says also 1982. So there you have it. Okay, so editor Rob Daview, editor. Letterer Gordon Marquis. Fitz by Alan Stiff. Okay. Fitz is by Alan Stiff. I think this was all Al's idea. It was my buddy Al and Gord at the time. We all wanted to do a comic together. So yeah, Fitz by Alan Stiff, Bits by Rob Daview, Pitts by Gord Marquis. It was the three of us, basically. With special thanks to all the people involved with the comic. Artists Rob Daview and Gord Marquis. Story by Rob Daview, 1982, Marvel Comics. So it was around the same time as this other comic I did, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm all mixed up. But let's see. Fitz, Bits, and Pitts are published by Marvel Comics Group, 1982, MCG, FBP. Are published monthly by Marvel Comics with offices at 56 Woody Crest and 868 Dundas Street East. That was the address of me and Gord. Marvel is published by a grant from the Darrell Kent Real Estate. I forget why we were... why we said that place specifically. Oh my God, that's so funny. Marvel comics are published by a photocopier at Castle Frank High School. Special thanks to Miss Wardell, a teacher, a nice teacher, and Miss McDowell for copying the originals. Oh my God. And Gord in red ink, he signed it personally, 1982. So there's my big opening splash page. There's the heroes in the workout room, I believe. Again, hopefully you're seeing that well enough. Oh my God. And this is a really long one, so I'm not going to ramble on and on. I've done that long enough. But what I'll do is I'll just show you. One day in Allenville, because my friend was Alan, it looks like our main hero is jogging in the park, and somebody goes to mug him, and of course he just swats him. But anyways, there you can get a little bit of the idea. Again, I just want to show you for our level of artwork at that time, 1982, copying again the head design, the mask. I believe was designed by Don Adams for some hero that he had created. Captain Klutz, I think. Captain Klutz. Does that sound familiar to some people? That would be the character, probably, that Don Adams and I hope I'm getting that name right. Don Martin, Don Adams. Hello, Chief. Don Adams. Oh my God. See, this is my memory nowadays. Don Adams was from Get Smart. Don Martin was the Mad magazine artist that created Captain Klutz and a series of comics for Mad. Don Adams, not sorry, Don Martin, Mad magazine artist, not Don Adams, who would talk into his shoe for Get Smart. Hello, Chief. Missed it by that much. No, that's Don Adams. So I'm talking Don Martin. That's what I've been saying Don Adams all this time. I'm so silly. Okay, so there we go. So there's some of that. Oh, of course, and then I would make a real advertisement by cutting out clips of, well, real advertisements and just throwing them together and photocopying it. I'm not quite sure why I did that than just, copying the actual ad, but I don't know, whatever. Very strange. But anyways, this trio of odd characters, that would have been the three of us friends, get together. They decide to form a superhero group. I have a page here. I think this is like something Stan the Man used to do back in the day. Obviously, we were big Marvel Comics fans. But I called this Marvule Bulletins. So I guess it was like Stanley's bullpen would do, right? So this is the very first issue of Marvule Comics. It originated, here we go, in November 1981 by Gord Marquis and Rob Daviau. Fitz and Bits were originated in 1978 by Alan Stiff and Rob Daviau. I was always behind the scenes there. I was the Stanley of the day. Pitts wasn't originated till 1981 by Gord Marquis. Pitts' real name was Schlitz, but we changed it. Well, it's a good thing we changed that. Team Canada was originated in July 1982 by Rob Daviau and Gord Marquis. Robert invented Phase, Change S, instead of Changes, Change S was the character's name, and 2D Man. Gord invented B-Man, Hydra, and Skunky. Oh wow, mighty Marvule. And then drawings of the characters that we created back in the day in 1982. It would all come together to form the first issue of Marvule Comics. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then, more things. Marvel Bulletins by Rob Daviau. We, the creators of Marvule Comics, thought you should know more about our comics. It all started in '77 with the creation of Fitz and Bits along with other characters by Alan Stiff. It was basically it's the same thing. I don't know why we did this again. Anyway, we hope you enjoy our comics. If you did enjoy this comic in any way, you're sure to really enjoy future Marvule comics, such as the 3D XMen and Team Canada team-up. That never happened. And at least I don't think it ever happened. And last but not least, in case you are wondering what the creators of this comic look like, we're below. We're below. Well, we are below, should be. So basically, we photocopied cutouts of us. I'm there. I'm pointing. That's my face. I'm pointing up right at, and then Gord's right above me there. Again, I hope you're seeing this okay. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. When I go over this video, I'll see if it's even worth uploading. I look like Gord, and then, hi there, I'm the split image of Rob. I look like Gord, I'm the split image of Rob. See, that was it. That was us. So there we go. Oh, wow. Simpler times. So I'll just flip through a couple more pages. Let you just gaze in awe at our artwork. Again, I hope you're seeing it okay at least. What else? What is this? The X Trio's Weapons, Top Secret by Gordon Marquis. Headquarters plans. Oh, weapons on top and the plans of our headquarters on the bottom, apparently. We tried. We took our doodling and stuff like that, and our love for Marvel Comics. We had big ideas and ambition. At the end of this page here, the last panel, enter Dr. Natasha Seaton spelled backwards. So here we go. We're getting together here. All kinds of hijinks ensue. Oh, it's a pretty big comic. I'm quite surprised actually. We must have worked on this one for a while. Most likely while we should have been doing schoolwork. So there they are patrolling the city and doing things around the city. When in the skies the face of Dr. Natasha appears. Wow, it's stapled together. Let's see. Oh my god, is that where it ends? Suddenly, stay away if you know what's good for you, X Trio. Ooh, okay. Movie review by Gord. For what else, what other movie in the early 80s would Gord have reviewed? Because we all love E.T. E.T. phone home. I'll be right here. And of course it was a glowing review. What would you expect? E.T. is a blockbuster of the summer. It has already grossed over $250 million. It is about an extraterrestrial left behind by his people and is befriended by a little boy, Elliot. E.T. and Elliot do everything to get in touch with E.T.'s people. He even builds a transmitter, which doesn't work. Then E.T. dies. Spoiler alert! 1982. There were no spoiler alerts. Then E.T. dies. Brackets. Just temporarily. Oh my god! That's like the worst spoilers ever. I'm sure by this time everyone had seen it, so it's just more to show our love for the movie. But oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine if there had been internet back in the day and we had posted that? He comes back to life and tells Elliot that he has made contact with his people and that there's one other way and that they're on their way. Here I'm thinking it's a spelling error and it's a reading error on my part nowadays. Then there is a tremendous bike chase, and finally E.T. rejoins his people, says a few goodbyes, and then goes home. That's awesome. Just told you the whole story. We would have made great movie trailers back in the day. Oh my god, E.T. phone home. He's dead. He's alive. I'll be right here. And that's how the comic... Oh no, it didn't end there. Again, coming this Xmas, get it? In 3D. The Uncanny X-Men and Team Canada versus Dr. Doom and Dementi Man. Dr. Doom and Dementi Man. Oh wow. Drawn by Gord Marquis. Drawn by Rob Debut. Oh, I see. Where there's a little asterisk, it was done by Gord, and where there's a little cross, it was done by myself. Oh my goodness. That's just awesome. Good stuff. Wow. Alrighty. So how are we going to round this out? Okay. So basically our heroes go to a bank. They set up a trap for Dr. Natasha, and all within one page they get him. Yeah. Oh, and what's funny is our Gord character, or the character who was Fitz, he's actually dressed like a little kid, so he won't be suspected in the bank here. And they're at the end, our heroes come together and they grab the villain, Dr. Natasha. So I'm thinking, okay, is there going to be an unmasking here? No, not that. You've had it, Natasha. Okay, I give up. Just let me breathe. He's got him around the mouth. Oh my god. I thought they would unmask him. It would be like Scooby-Doo, but no, I guess they just take him away. Meanwhile, looks like there's commotion going on at the Second National Bank, and so so the other two heroes show up, and Fitz, the character who would be the most unlikely, of course, ended up catching him. Oh no, okay, they do unmask him. Oh, this is horrible, because This was school, right? Kids, boys will be boys. Uh-oh, what does that mean? No. Okay, I've caught Natasha. His real name is Alexander Smiley. He used smoke bombs and a getup for the effect. You see this character, we unmasked him. He said, I don't like you. Okay, I won't lie. He was the kid everyone picked on at school. He had a few issues. I made him the villain in our comic. And basically that's what he would say all the time is, I don't like you, because he didn't like anybody. So, and probably rightly so, because we probably picked on him. So there you go. Oh, so now by the end of my video, suddenly this is all going to become, see, I didn't have to explain any of that. I could have just said it was some funny character I drew, but I'm going to come clean. It was that weird kid in school that everyone made fun of, and so did I. Oh no, I'm going to end up on Twitter. I'm going to be attacked. Must have been my toxic masculinity, as you could see from all these comics I would draw back in school. So there you go. Oh geez. So there you go. Well, that was real life back in '82. We unmasked our villain, and he was Alexander Smiley. I don't think Smiley was really his last name. It might have been. Actually, it might have been his real last name. We always referred to him as that. Alexander Smiley. I should try to look that up. But anyways, he was our bad guy. I don't know. Take it as you will. I know he's the kid everyone made fun of. I made him the villain in our comic. I don't know. If I made you Dr. Doom in our comic, would that be a really bad thing? I don't know. So take it as you will. I take it as kids being kids. Because today's boys will grow up to be tomorrow's men. Brought to you by Gillette. So there you go. Either you get what I'm talking about or you don't. In the end, like most things, it just doesn't friggin' matter. So anyways, that was me in 1982. I'm 50 years old now. I didn't remember half of this stuff. I hope you enjoyed that memory trip and sharing it with me. As you can tell, I opened the envelope. I didn't know what to expect to find in there. So I'll leave it at that. I've rambled on long enough. I haven't even looked at how long this has been recording. I hope you enjoyed that to some degree. I don't know. Leave me your comments. I'm sure they're weird. As were these comics me and my friends did back in the day. Thanks for sending it along, Tony. It was a great memory to relive. Very cool. Thank goodness friends of mine kept stuff. And they ended up sending it back to me for me to enjoy today. Were they thinking way ahead of me? I wouldn't be surprised. So that was just cool. So Rob, some of you know me as MaximumRD out for now. Gonna finish my coffee in my Bigfoot cup here. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.